Welcome to Control Bridge Group, your trusted partner in ISO 27001 compliance, governance, and information security solutions. Centriosis is our brand dedicated to implementing ISO 27001 standards. Visit centriosis.com to learn more. Today, we're diving into Clause C7.5.2 of ISO IEC 27001-2022, creating and updating documented information. This may sound simple, but how you create and update your information security documents has a direct impact on compliance, audit readiness, and operational efficiency. Clause 7.5.2 focuses on ensuring that all documents within your ISMS are created and updated in a controlled, consistent, and traceable way. Whether it's a policy, a procedure, or a risk register, the standard expects documentation to be approved for adequacy prior to use, reviewed and updated as necessary, identified with appropriate metadata such as version, author, and date. This ensures clarity, reduces errors, and supports accountability across your ISMS. To comply with Clause C7.5.2, your organization must establish a process that governs how documentation is created, ensuring it meets organizational and ISO requirements. Reviewed for accuracy, relevance, and completeness. Approved by an authorized person before distribution or use. Updated when changes are required. Example, after audits, incidents, or organizational shifts. Controlled so outdated versions are not used and updates are tracked. This applies across the full documentation lifecycle, from security policies and procedures to logs, plans, and reports. Auditors will expect to see traceable, verifiable evidence that your ISMS documents are created and updated appropriately. Typical evidence includes documented procedures for creating, reviewing, and approving information, version control records with modification history, approval logs or signatures showing who signed off on the latest version, review schedules or records of periodic reviews, evidence of communication of updates to relevant personnel. Your documentation process should be repeatable, consistent, and auditable. If someone changes a policy, you should know who, when, and why. Outdated or uncontrolled documents can lead to miscommunication, incorrect actions, or even regulatory violations. Imagine an employee following an old access control policy because a new one wasn't properly approved or shared. Clause 7.5.2 is not about bureaucracy. It's about protecting your operations and building trust. It ensures your team is always using the most accurate and relevant information. At Control Bridge Group, we help organizations implement effective document control practices aligned with ISO 27001. Whether you need help setting up version control systems, defining document approval workflows, or training your team, we provide practical, scalable solutions that improve both security and compliance. We'll make sure your documentation isn't just compliant, it's structured, accessible, and useful. Struggling with documentation sprawl or version confusion? Contact Control Bridge Group today to streamline your ISMS documentation processes and align with ISO 27001, Clause 7.5.2, with confidence and clarity. Visit centriosis.com to discover our ISO 27001 application and subscribe to stay protected and compliant.